Hey, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to take a look at the Marvel Legends Hope Summers action figure. And this is the return of Marvel Legends, and I do really dig this packaging. You can see the artwork is very much comic book inspired. You have these little caption-like details here with the name of the figure, some other details, just the way that they have this text here. Definitely a comic book feel to the packaging itself. So here is Hope Summers in package. I picked her up today at Target. I was actually looking for the Ghost Rider figure, but I found this figure and decided to pick this one up. And I'm always after a good female sculpt in terms of action figures, so I decided to pick this one up. And like I say, the packaging is very nice. You can see in the background you have artwork of Iron Man, Claw, and Thor. On the back, a nice big artwork there of Hope Summers. And this is part of the Build-A-Figure collection. This is the Terrax series. And you can see here the line of figures. And here is the Build-A-Figure Terrax. So in this line, you have Steve Rogers, of course Hope Summers, Extremis Iron Man, Marvel's Claw, Constrictor, Ghost Rider, which I want, and Thor. So I was on the lookout for this guy. I like the blue Ghost Rider figure. I like that look. So just a brief comparison of the new packaging compared to the old, and then I'll get on to the actual figure review. So back in about 2004 or so, this is the original Toy Biz packaging. You can see here clear plastic bubble all the way around, and then it had the the stats and the read up on the actual character. So that is the Toy Biz Marvel Legends packaging. Then next we had when Hasbro acquired the license for Marvel Legends, you had this style of packaging. So it's kind of interesting to see sort of the evolution, if you will, in terms of the packaging. So inside of the packaging you do get this pamphlet, which is the Tales of Terrax, part 2 of 6, focusing on Galactus. And on the back you do get a checklist of all the figures you'll need to buy in order to build the Terrax Build-A-Figure figure. And included with Hope Summers, you do get the head of Terrax. And you do get his weapon, which is quite big. You can see there, this unplugs. In fact, it comes packaged like this as 2 separate pieces. Just plug that in. Now, I don't have any plans on actually building or actually buying all the figures necessary to build the Build-A-Figure Terrax figure, but this might come in handy for another figure in my collection. So, pretty cool weapon. Now on to Hope Summers herself, the figure. First, I want to talk about the weapon. Now, the weapon is cool, very nicely detailed. I do, however, think that it is overly large. I don't think it's quite as in scale with what it's actually supposed to be. And the other thing in relation to that is that her hands can barely hold the grip or the handle for the weapon. And after several minutes of trying to pose the Hope Summers figure with the gun, like they show here on the back of the box, I really could not duplicate that pose. Her right hand is just not sculpted to really hold the grip there. And of course, the actual fingers on the hand are soft, flexible plastic, so there really isn't a lot of grip there for her to hold the weapon. The weapon is cool though. I just think it's just a little bit too large. But I could be wrong. I'm not really familiar with the her depiction in the comics, so this may be accurate in terms of the size of the weapon, but for the actual figure itself, it just doesn't work as well as it could work. So I will go ahead and take this out. But yeah, it's very nicely detailed, as you can see. So let's take a close look at Hope. Like I said before, I really like really well sculpted, well articulated female action figures, and this is a very good example of that. You can see here her cape here is really nice, very detailed. The green here is actually a metallic green, at least as far as her torso and her arms are concerned. Even I think actually her legs. So nicely detailed. And interestingly enough, her arm armor here, it's not really part of the actual figure itself. You can see it actually is independent of her arm. So that's kind of cool. And it is nicely detailed, as you can see there. Face sculpt is very nice, and that's really important when it comes to female figures. You got to have a very feminine, nice looking, pleasing face sculpt, and I think this pulls that off really nicely. Hair is pretty much hard plastic. She does have quite nice articulation. Shoulder articulation. So a really nice figure. I just like the overall look. Like I said, I don't really know a lot about her character, but I just like the look of her with the tattered cloak, with the green and the yellow outfit or costume, and the armor she has on her forearm as well as on her knees. Really looks nice. Weapon is nice too, like I said, but it seems to be a little bit too big, at least as far as the figure is concerned, in terms of being able to actually place the weapon in her hands. But yeah, really nice. I am impressed. And with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at her, rather this figure, compared to some other Marvel Legends female characters.